stop scrolling, I want to talk about something very, very important. Okay, so today I want to talk about the movie Prophet Suddenly, trending movie on YouTube. Yeah. I watched it a few days ago, and yeah, I'll say it's a very, very, very nice movie. It's a very innovative movie, and you learn a lot of things from it. And from what I've seen in the movie, these are things that I've learned from the movie, and I would like to share it here on TikTok. So yeah, I listed them out so that you'll be able to see them. So first, let's talk about something very, very important. I learned about something in that movie. First, covering, spiritual covering. That was the first thing I learned. If you can see the life of the young minister that was making waves, God was using him mindfully with his voice, but he had spiritual covering from his pastor. Because if you watched the video, you can see there was a time that the agents, devil wanted to attack him, but they were not able to penetrate through. The only time they were able to get him was when the pastor denounced him as his son. The spiritual covering around him was removed. That was when they had the opportunity to attack him. This can be seen in our parents. Our parents, when you have a prayerful parent, they can be your spiritual covering. So that spiritual covering is very, very important. Even when God actually blessed him with his voice and he was making waves, he still had that spiritual covering, because God actually told the pastor to single-handedly take care of him. And because of his disobedience and his pridefulness, his pastor denounced him of that responsibility, and that was when the spiritual covering was removed. Now, I have another lesson I learned from that movie, from that very nice movie. This says that, when he was saved, remember, there was a time that he met a pastor and they prayed for him, and that attack over his life was removed. But there is this thing that I grabbed from that scene. It says, when a man misses his season, sometimes it's impossible to recover in a lifetime, or it takes the mercy of God. When a man misses his season, it may take a lifetime to recover, except the mercy of God. This is very, very critical, because you can see that he was making waves, and his lustfulness, his prideful and greed paved way for the devil to come and attack him. And when he was saved, God is very merciful. He's a very, very merciful God. But that season of your life, it may not be recovered again. It may not. This is the second thing I learned from that movie. Last but not the least, at the beginning of the movie, you can see that he was meant to die, but God intervened and he was saved. There was something I grabbed from one scene. It says, his 30s, this is when it marks the beginning of a new phase of a man's life, and it is a critical season for every man to determine his direction. So if you watch the video very well, you can see there was a time that when his mother was giving birth to him, he was meant to die, because they already planned his death, but he escaped it. And this second phase of a man's life, which is the age of bloom, that is in his 30s. And from what I have seen, from what I have watched from the video, you can see that, not every man survives that. It takes only the mercy of God to survive it. If you can look at this life now, anyone that has a great gift, the devil will not allow you to use that gift without trying to sabotage that gift. That's why it takes the mercy of God. It takes covering, spiritual covering, to attain a height and maintain that height. I really appreciate everyone that joined to make this movie. The Winlows, crew, the pastors, everyone. God bless you guys for this good movie you brought out to us. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. God bless.